Hello everyone, Barb here. I am going to do a little scrapbook page that I have prepared. I have it all pulled together in one of the big envelopes that Close to My Heart used to sell. I know that they are closed. You can't get them anymore. But I did find a similar item, I think at scrapbook.com. So this is, again, one of these big, they're a 13 by 13, so basically looks the same. It's just that this is shaped a little differently. I had purchased these to hold my, what I laughingly refer to as my retired cardstock. This was cardstock I still had that was a retired color. This was called Sunset. It was kind of orangey looking, and I still had it in my stash, and so I brought it out so that I could work at using it up, and I decided to stick it in these envelopes just to make it easier to deal with than the plastic bags. The plastic bags always look so messy to me. So here's what, this was the Close to My Heart. We'll pull everything out. This is a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, and it came to mind when I saw this picture of my granddaughter Olive baking cookies with her mama for the first time, and oh, she loved it, just like we knew she would. So it inspired me to pull together this scrapbook page, and this is a scrapbook page that is based on the digital art collection that was called Freshly Baked. It was from, I think, 2022. It had beautiful paper and it had a digital art collection. And this was one of the pages. It was a 2-page layout, but this was one of them. And I remembered this big cookie jar. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be fun? So this is where this came from. This is no longer available to purchase, but boy, you could go on to Cricut or whatever software you use and find a big cookie jar and recreate, no problem. So I do have some of the smaller stamped envelopes, and I just use this to hold my little bits. And I already went through and cut things out. So I have some cookies and the little lid, some words, and I'm just going to give it a little dump here. These hearts were all these little hearts. I just saved those. So there we go. There's that. And then I also have these puffy stickers that were left over from the Love Notes collection. I thought that would be fun to use as well. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is we are going to attach the overlay. How am I going to do that? I think I am just going to go through and just dot some glue. You don't need full coverage for this. You know, getting it around the edges, that's important so it doesn't lift up as much. And then just hitting some highlights in the middle. I think that's enough. This is going to get slipped into a page protector, so it's not going to get handled a lot. And I think this will work just fine. Yeah, I'll put that pin in. There we go. I do have a Versa mat here, and I believe this measures, yes, this is 10 by 10, which means it needs to come down to about 11 or the 1. So I'm just looking at the measurements on my Versamat and kind of eyeballing it. A lot of it gets covered, so it isn't that big a deal. And I do want to make this a shaker element, so I have made a little shaker frame. I made this in Cricut Design Space, and I do have my adhesive on there already. And this is where all of these little bits are coming in. I'm going to throw in some of the hearts just because I think that'll be fun. And those loose cookies. Now the loose cookies, I think I am going to, I want to keep things inside. So I am going to glue the cookies. There. There, and I think one there, so they look like they're kind of stacked in the cookie jar. And I think I will glue a couple of the hearts. A lot of the bits will fall to the bottom. And I'm using both sides of the two-sided paper. So I think we'll do that, and I'll leave these loose. So I've got those 3 up there. I think that's nice. I'll add a few more of the hearts. And then I have, these were the journey sequins. So I think a few little sequins in here would be kind of fun. And now, pull the backer off of the thin foam tape. I don't remember where I got my thin foam tape. I could be Stampin' Up! Years ago. It could be, oh, Simon Says Stamp or something. I don't really remember where it came from. Okay, I think I've got it all off. And here we go. There it is. And we want to rub around there so that it makes a good connection. And there we go. We have a little shaker element on our cutesy little layout. I'm just going to look at my picture here and set it off to the side just to sort of get an idea of where that should land on my page. And then I'm going to glue down the cookie jar. Here we go. Oh, I think I like this. This is cute. This is just going to go right here. I could put a little bit down the tails. Let's see how that goes. Oh, yep, I think that works. I think that'll be just fine. Then we have our little lid. And I think this color gray was a pewter. I think it was from my retired stash. And I used both sides. So you can see the darker side here and then the lighter side on the overlay. Okay. Now we have the picture. And I'm going to tuck it under a little bit. I think that'll work. Now, what do I want to use? I'm going to use glue. You have a little bit of an uneven surface with the heart cutouts, so I think glue will grab it nicely. And then we do have these little, and I am just going to run a bead of glue at the very top, so I'm not gluing on the picture. And I think that'll be just fine. Then we have our little journaling spot. And again, I think I'm just putting my finger so I know to keep my glue down here. And I added a little cookie with a bite because I thought that was fun. Okay, now we have this. We're gonna figure this out. And here's the K, the I, and an E for cookie. And I think I am going to grab some tweezers just to help hold the little pieces here. I'm going to slide it over. And we're going to use glue to attach. Here we are, the other O. She looks so determined. She just looks so serious. I haven't had a chance to bake anything with her yet. I've got a banana that's heading south on me here, and I think that I will try to do some like banana muffins. And I think she'll just love that. Okay, we're almost done with cookie. Okay. And then we've got cuties. And I lost the tittle, the dot for my eye. I don't know where it went. So we're gonna solve that problem by using these little, yep, we're gonna go right there. That glue will dry clear, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. And here's where we're gonna fix our, my loss here. So we can hold it up here, and I think this one will be just right. Oh yeah, and then, well, why not? Why not put a couple of other little hearts? Maybe we'll do 3. See, 1, 2, and 3. I think that's just right. And here we go. Isn't that fun? I love that shaker. I think that's so fun. Fun little surprise. And those little puffy hearts look so nice on there. I did do a little inking. I put a little lagoon on the glacier cardstock, and I did a little charcoal on this pewter cardstock, and some toffee on the, I think I used the light side of toffee, and then added a little ink to give the cookies a little depth. And that's it. Isn't that fun? And this is a great way to use that digital file. If you have those digital files in your Cricut or Design Space or whatever you use, get those out, use them up. They make a really fun scrapbook page, and the work is basically done for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day, and I'll see you next time.